Hello, I'm Patty and welcome. Let's do this. Hello there, I'm Patty and this is so messed up. Okay, here we go. This is because I'm too lazy to put the Joby on the phone. Okay, anyway, so we'll start over. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Patty. I'm your hostess and I'm so glad you're here. Today's video, I'm going to give you a very brief tour of my kitchen, which is, I'm going to be straight up with you, it's a mess. It's a wreck. I've got stuff everywhere. I can't stand it anymore. I'm going to go through the whole thing and get rid of stuff and reorganize stuff and just make this into a much nicer, more usable room, because right now I just about can't even use it. So let me give you the tour and you'll see what I'm talking about. We're coming into spring, and I don't know about you, but when the days are longer like this, I guess maybe it's because it's light, it's bright, I can actually see things again, and I'm like, what am I doing? How am I living in this pig pen? That's kind of where I am. This is the first area I'm working on, and pretty much I'm going to just relocate most of the stuff, because it's not pretty. Even though I use those items every day or almost every day, they don't look very pretty sitting there, so I'm going to have to rethink where they live. And we'll swing around. You can see I have a beautiful view of my backyard. I can enjoy my birds and my garden. My garden right now is sort of a wreck, but that's a whole other video series. But yeah, I do keep a kitchen garden right there. And my patio, which is also going to get a facelift, and so you'll get to enjoy that too. But let me just rein in the ambitions, and we're gonna keep going around the room. And you can see that I have this nice low bookshelf, and it's got storage, and it's a freaking mess. What am I even doing? Oh my goodness. I have plants in here that this is like the best light in the house, and I had to relocate some stuff in here because they weren't doing well and they needed the light, so they're in here. When the weather is warm, I actually put all of my house plants outside, like pretty much all of them. They all live on the porch, out front, or back here on the patio, and all of this gets cleared out. But in the winter it's tough because everything's inside and I have limited space. But anyway, this container is where I keep all my birding supplies. I have a lot of birds that I have come in for food, and all their stuff lives in there, and plant stuff, and all that's gonna get straightened up. This is a repotting project that I have sitting here because the weather has been too cold for me to get outside and film the actual repotting process. And the plant here on the right, this one, has gotten so big that I actually think it's too big now for this. So I'm gonna have to go back to the store and get a different plant and put this somewhere else. These plants, I tell you, you get good plants, they just grow really well, and all of a sudden it's really too big for this pot. So I'll have to figure something else out. but that's a good problem to have. Okay, here we are. We're going to neaten this area up. One of the things I'm having a hard time organizing is recipes. So I have a number of websites that I like, and I print out the recipes. I like to print stuff out and have it in front of me, and then if it's a good recipe, I'll save it. And at this point in time, it just gets stuffed like over here in that bucket or the one under it. So it's not a good filing system. All of that's going to be cleaned up in a different video. Today we're just going to see about making that prettier, because you know, it's kind of a shame that it looks so, I don't know, messy, right? Okay. So for now, I'm just gonna stick these recipes over there. Show you a series of platters that I found while I was cleaning up. I love serving platters. I went through a phase, oh gosh, I think like in my 20s and 30s, where I had to have every platter known to man, and I had a lot of them. But this is what's remaining. This one was actually my dad's, and this goes back to the 50s. This is Pfaltzgraff. I'll show you the back. So I remember hating this thing when I was a kid. I just thought it was the ugliest thing. I couldn't stand it. I just didn't want to look at it, didn't want to touch it, and now I love it. I just think it's so beautiful. It's so mid-century. So that's definitely saying. And this was the first Pfaltzgraff pattern that I had, and I used to have all my dishes in this, and then I don't know, I just got kind of tired of it, but I did keep this. So they're really good dishes, stoneware, so they hold up. And then I wound up moving into this pattern, and I mean, you know, I obviously still love this. I forget what this was called. Does it say Nature Wood? I don't know if they still have nature wood or not. I have some dishes. I would keep all my nature wood stuff because it's really pretty. And this is like, I don't know, this has to be 25 years old if it's a day, at least. So I've had it a long time. I've always done herb gardens and plants and tomatoes and stuff. So yeah, it's beautiful. So those are staying. Okay, I'm working my way through the project, and I wanted to share this little cow with you. This little cow is my first ever vintage find, and I bought this little guy at a yard sale. I was a kid. I was like 6 or 7, so it had to be like 1971 or 72, and I saw this cow. This was an Ocean View. If you're familiar with the Hampton Roads area, Ocean View is in Norfolk. And this cow was at the yard sale, and I don't know, I loved it, and I've always loved it. It's called a Moo Cow creamer, and see you do this. I've never actually used it to put cream in my coffee, but I love him so much. And this would have been probably in the 40s or 50s. I don't know. If Antiques Roadshow ever comes through, I'm gonna take him and find out when this guy came out, because I love this thing. This has been with me through, you don't know how many moves across the state and back, and I'm never parting with it. So here it is, the little Moo Cow, and yeah, he's been with me a long time. And then this creamer, let's see if I can get that there we go. This I bought sometime in the 90s. I used to know somebody, his name was Gary. He had a shop called the Atomic Lounge, and he was selling vintage, like stuff from the 50s and 60s then, way before it was fashionable. He was so ahead of his time. That was in the Ghent section of Norfolk, which is the really cool part of Norfolk. I always dreamed of living there, but now it floods so bad and the crime is not good. I wouldn't live there, but I still love Ghent. It is my favorite place, and I'll take you on a field trip there. There's a lot to see over there, so we'll probably go a few times. So I'll be watching for that. But yeah, I thought I would just kind of, I don't know, break into the cleaning madness and insanity and share the little vintage things that I have, because when I'm cleaning up, you know, it's a lot of things that have been with me a long time, and I have such sentimental attachment to so many of these things. Oh, it's so hard to get rid of stuff, you know. I mean, somebody else would look at this and be like, oh, toss, and I'm like, oh, hell no. This is my Moo Cow, and he is with me forever. I'm going to go ahead and just show you what I've got. I'm kind of going to wrap this particular video up for the day. I know usually when people do these videos, it ends up with this, like, you know, Pinterest perfect, decorated, whatever space, and that's not going to happen here today. This whole room is a work in progress, but I'm going to show you what I've got so far, because it's definitely an improvement. Okay, let's go look. It'll take me a few videos to go through my entire kitchen, but hopefully that looks better. Like, that's what's behind me when I do my cooking videos, so I think that'll look nicer. Yeah, I'm super punchy. This has been a long project and it's not done. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap up the video. This is what I have for now. This whole kitchen thing is going to just be an ongoing process, so just subscribe if you haven't already. I mean, I'm sure this enthralling cleaning and straightening video just, you know, has you completely sucked in. You've just got to know every single thing that's going to happen next after seeing this craziness. So be sure to subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you next time. The kitchen, it's going to be a multi-video thing to get it finished.